3, 2, 1.
Hello, my fellow cigar lovers and addicts. How's everybody doing tonight? Well, tonight is a special night. I got somebody waiting here. Kind of started a little early. They had I-70 shut down. They were, Interstate 70, one of the main arteries through town. They had it pinched off and had the whole westbound lane closed completely off, so you couldn't even frickin' drive through it, and they were diverting an interstate through town. So that's the only way I could get down here. But who have I got in here with me right now? Hey, we got a couple people. Well, gang, so this is my first remote location live. So I just spent a fuck ton of money on a complete mobile setup. So I've got my own Wi-Fi hotspot, and my upload speeds like in the 26s. So should have good video, should have good everything. And I think that this is going to work out really well, because I'm totally remote. I've got my solar generator, I've got my lights, I've got my laptop. I'll show you my setup here in a little while. Hey, what's up, youngin? Glad you could make it, brother. And so yeah, I just I wanted to do something different. Everybody's always in their backyard, or I'm in the Death Star or whatever. And so I thought, man, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do remote lives from different places. So right now I'm sitting on the north lawn of the Liberty Memorial World War I Museum and Monument. And I'll show you all a little bit that here later. And but it is the only World War I monument and museum in the entire United States dedicated solely to the World War I vets. They got a killer museum in there. They got it's cool. They got old tanks and old shit and guns and uniforms and just all kinds of stuff from World War I. And it's just absolutely fabulous, man. And so back behind me here, this is Union Station. So this is where the train station is. And they still roll the Amtrak out of there. The Amtrak still rolls through there. In fact, every once in a while, my wife and son and I will go truck it up to Chicago. And we catch the train right back here. And it's really a good way to go because, flying up to Chicago is expensive and it's a pain in the ass. I hate doing all the TSA bullshit and everything. And driving from Kansas City, it takes about 9 hours with, a few stops. But you can get on the Amtrak here and be up to Chicago, and there's stops along the way. They pick up and drop off people or whatever, and 7.5 hours. And you can get up, it's not like a plane where you're just stuck in there. You can get up, you can walk around, you can, they got a dinner car, they got a bar car, they got an observation car where, the train is like this and both sides of it are all glass and all the chairs are turned sideways. So you can just sit there and watch the countryside go by. And it's super cheap, man. I think a round trip ticket from here to Chicago is like $250, and you just go coach because you don't have to stay in your seat. You know what I mean? You can get up and roll around and do whatever. But hey, Alta, what's up, man? Welcome. I'm glad you could make it to the show tonight. It's going to be epic. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be with y'all tonight and have y'all come and show up and hang out with me. And, you know, in such a cool setting. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got some good topics of discussion tonight that I want to get with. Hey, Donuts, what's up, brother? Glad you could make it. Everybody check in. Everybody tell me what y'all are smoking tonight. I'm still trying to decide exactly what I want to do. So I brought my little Opus carry case, and let's see what we got in there for tonight. So I've got some options. So I've got the new EP Carrillo Purple, the Pledge Purple. This is a fabulous, fabulous cigar. I bought 2 boxes of them, and I've got of course, I got to have a Dunbarton in here, man. So I've got a Solita Red, and then what else we got? Oh, yeah. So this is the Definition Cigars. This is their 5th anniversary, and it's something special. It's called the 5 Años, and I just I really love it. And I hang on, I got to change something here right quick to make this just right. Okay. Oh. There we go. So anyway, what do you guys, thanks. Let's see what we got here. Smoked a Toscano. Nice. Very cool place. That would be a cool place to visit. My granddad was well, right on. Yeah, dude. It is cool. And, you know, they've got little videos and they got all kinds of stuff in there. And it's just sick, you know. And like I said, it's the only World War I memorial in the country, you know. So I don't know. What do y'all think I should smoke? Hey, Ron, my man, Mr. Cash. So what was it, yesterday, Ron? So yesterday I had to run down to thank you. Everything's sounding good. It's looking good. You know, audio's fine. Let me get a little background music going on here. Kind of help drown out the freaking traffic. That's the only bad thing I'm getting. Are you hearing the cars and motorcycles and shit much or no? Let's see here. What do we want to do? Let's start with. I am. Somebody asked me if I was streaming, and I'm like, hell yes. Yeah, let's go with this. Get it rocking, y'all, on a Friday night. So anyway, what, note you can't hear the traffic, right on. You got the Foundation Olmec, okay. All right, thank you, Donuts, appreciate it, man. I really spent a lot of time, trying to get my setup right down in the Death Star so that I could just come out here and put on a good show and not have any issues and problems and shit. So I done good. I think so. Anyway, I was down for work, I had to run some tile down to one of our houses from Kansas City. I got some premium tile on clearance for like 60% off. We're doing this master bathroom remodel down at one of our houses, and you know, it's like a $10,000 job, and then, you know, the tile was going to be almost $1,000, and I got all the tile and everything we need for that shit for like $400. My boss was like fucking loving me, man. So anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and light me up a stogie and tell you the story about me visiting Ron yesterday. So, Ron, I'm going to go ahead and smoke this purple brother because, number one, I got a fuck ton of them, and number two, it's just an amazing, delicious fucking cigar, and I can't not smoke it right now because I'm really on that kick. And it's, you know, it's a Carrillo box press. It's just, you know, freaking gorgeous freaking cigar. Yeah. Love it. Let me get this thing chopped and charred, and we can get on with the show. I usually do a V-cut on these, but man, I really want to get the flavor out of this, so I just did a good old straight cut tonight on that. Give this thing a little toast. So how's everybody's week been, man? Everybody have a good week? Anybody been watching the draft or anything? I watched a little bit. Chiefs got a pretty good pick, and I don't know, I'm really looking forward to this year. You know, especially since we got Eric Bieniemy back as our offensive coordinator. I think he's going to do dynamite for the team, and I'm really looking forward to this year. My Kansas City Royals really fucking suck. I think we're like the last team in baseball right now. So it's like, oh my God, I don't know. But it's all good. Damn, it's a good cigar. Right out of the box. I mean, these some bitches don't need to sit there and age. You know, there's not going to be any reason to wait on these. And like I said, I got pretty much 2 boxes. I bought a full box, and then I bought a bunch of singles. So anyway, when I went down to work, I had to call Mr. Cash and be like, hey, brother, I'm in town. You want to hook up and go to the spot, have some lunch, smoke a stogie? So I went there, and they had some of the purples. They had like 7 of them left. And I told Ron, I was like, bro, you got to get some of these if you can find them. They had them down there last time when I did that, you know, preview of the cigar bar down there. And but they had them all on top stock for locker people. And so anyway, they just was like, well, yeah, we can't sell any of them to you yet and anything. But I told Ron, and it was like, you know, if you can get a hold of some, get a hold of some. And he said, put them out, fucking buy them. You know, they're good. And so anyway, he bought 2 of them, and I was like, fuck it, there was 5 left. So I was like, well, if I buy 5 of them, that's going to give me fucking 18. So that's almost 2 full boxes I'll have. I got a box aging in my box, and then yeah, I had some separate. So I was like, well, I had 3 more. So like, yeah, that'll give me 8, and I'll have 18. So He bought the 2. And then they had one of those Opus X Magistral 13s left. And owns the place. And I was like, hey, man, I need you to do something for me, bro. And I was like, if I buy, hey, what's up, Guns? Welcome, brother. So I was like, if I buy that last Opus and I buy all the rest of these Carrillos, he's going to buy 2 of them. I'm going to buy the other 5. Can we have both of the boxes? Because Ron's wife smokes cigars and she loves purple. And I was like, I've already got the purple box, so I don't need a box. So I was like, you know, can you hook a brother up, you know? And I was like, you know, I'll be spending some fucking money up in here. Because last time I was down there, I probably spent fucking close to 600 fucking bucks on stogies. You know, plus went there for dinner every freaking night. And so he looked at me and he's like, yeah, I'll do that for you. So we got that, you know, I got that. One more of those Opuses for the humidor and fucking got the purple box. And for Ron, and gave it to him. And he got to take it to his old lady. And then I got that fucking Madrigal box, and it's beautiful, fucking red. I posted it up on my Facebook, and it looks like a book. So around the outside of that sumbitch, it's got like, it looks like book pages. It looks like a giant book that opens up, and there's the fucking cigars. Classic fucking Carlito, you know what I mean? Just fucking making shit look badass, and everything's fucking badass. And definitely going to have to get out that way. Oh, dude, yeah, definitely. Man, you come to town, get a hold of me. You know what I mean? And in fact, fuck it, if you're coming by yourself, come on by the Death Star, man. I got a fucking free place for you to stay. You know what I mean? I got a private fucking room down there with an adjustable bed and a fucking TV and a full fucking bathroom and a whole fucking 9 yards. You know what I mean? Just come hang out, and then you come in to the Death Star and you can peruse my fucking selection, and I'll let you pick any fucking cigar that I got, and we'll sit down and smoke a couple of them. You know what I mean? Come on with it. But yeah, this purple is really, really good. If you guys can get a hold of some of these, definitely do. So it's, you know, the original pledge came out a few years ago, and so they kept some of the original wrapper tobacco, and so this is the pledge blend with a take care of my man. The pledge blend with a extra like 5 or 6 year aged wrapper of the original tobacco. So it's just sick, man. You know, really good tasting. And I don't know, it's an LE, you know, whatever the fuck. I'm sure we'll be fucking seeing more of them. You know, they'll be around somewhere. And but definitely get some if you can. Yeah, so this building, man, you watch, so it gets all lit up and shit, and like when it's cheap shit, they'll fucking they'll light it up all red, and when the Royals are doing shit, they'll light it up all, you know, just all kinds of colors, and you know, hell, like you know, for like some like LGBTQR5496RP shit, and they'll have it all like rainbow and everything. I mean, it's a cool fucking building, really iconic, and you know, they've always got it lit up for something, and you'll see it lighting up more. And then, you know, back over here, there's a fucking fountain with a big old pool around it and shit, and it's just a neat spot. I'm so glad that I came down here tonight. It's just a perfect night, a little bit of breeze. It's in the you know, low 60s. It's going to get down to about 54, but should be okay with that, you know. And I'm just digging it, man. So what's everybody smoking tonight? What's everybody sipping on? Because I need to know, because it's celebration time. So why am I celebrating? Well, I'm celebrating because my channel's officially a year old. Didn't know if I was gonna make it for a whole fucking year. And I did. And I just busted 325 subscribers. So thanks each and every one of you for watching my shit, enjoying my content. You know, I hope that you can see the value of it, and just know that I put a lot of time and a lot of thought and a fuck ton of money into my channel, you know. Not only with equipment and shit that I got going on, but also, you know, with the cigars that I buy, the show, and the places that I take you, and all that kind of stuff. It, you know, it all costs money, you know what I mean? But I'm just having fun, you know what I mean? This has been an incredible year for me. You know, I actually started smoking cigars for the first time back in October of 24. And had a buddy that had gave me a Partagas Lusitania, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? You know, this is pretty epic shit right here. I really like this. Fuck, I think we smoked that cigar for like 3 damned hours. You know what I mean? It was just like right on. Are you at work right now? Anyway, yeah. Switch this up. I just we got going on here. Yes, kind of. Right on. I YouTube on the job myself on occasion. You know. But yeah, man, it's been an incredible journey. You know, I started out with just this little fucking Pelican case. You know, I told you all that I used to be a photographer. I've been around photography my whole life, and I've had, you know, fucking drones and cams and this and that. And I got a fuck ton of Pelican cases. And so I thought, well, fuck a Tupperware. And, you know, I was thinking, hey, you know, I'll buy a few cigars and I'll put them in that thing. And I learned about Boveda, you know, which, you know, fucking A, man. Boveda is pretty fucking great shit, you know. It's the Rompo peel in the cigar world. It's fucking set it and forget it. You know what I mean? So it's a deal where I was like, okay, this is airtight, so I don't have to buy a fucking Tupperware, and it's waterproof and shit too. You know, so like if I'm out on my boat or on whatever the fuck, I don't have to worry about my cigars getting lost or getting wet or whatever. So I was like, yeah, man, I'll get this and I'll buy a few sticks and put them in there. And Jesus Christ, did I know what the fuck I was getting myself into? No. I had no fucking idea, you know, because I started buying sticks and then started smoking them. But, you know, I told you the deal about coming over from the record collecting shit to this. And I was like, well, that's what I do. I buy shit, you know. And so I quickly filled that little motherfucker up, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't smoking as fast as I was buying. And I'm sure, you know, y'all, you know, have had the same experience as I have with that shit. Fare you well, darling. So then it was just like, you know, I had my barbecue channel, and I had my my Hi-Fi Jedi channel and all that shit. And I was like, man, fuck it, you know. And that's when I started watching Marvin with Rise and Grind, and I started watching, you know, Holtz, and started watching some of these cigar tubers. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make me a fucking cigar channel. You know what I mean? I think I can do it, and I think I can fucking do it well. You know, the background music is drowning me out. Okay, thank you. Let me fucking turn that shit down a little bit. Hang on here. Let's get this shit shut down. Get to the right spot. I'm still trying to learn. I haven't had a laptop in fucking forever, so I'm still trying to figure out. There we go. Is that a little better? Is that good? Can you still hear it, but I'm not like drowned the fuck out? Oh no, man. You know, I haven't run much music and shit on this thing, so it's like I appreciate the feedback. I mean, I don't want it to be, you know, to the point where you guys aren't able to enjoy the show, or you ain't able to hear what the fuck I'm saying, you know. And so appreciate that. Thank you. But so yeah, I started getting into it, and then, you know, I wanted to do something totally original, you know, so I came up with Simon, you know, and I thought, hey, I'll have me a AI co-host, you know, and you know, somebody that can come in and, you know, make some comments and do some things and say some stuff, and, you know, so started doing that. And, you know, I was always all about the badass intros and the outros and the video editing, and, you know, everything. Just, I wanted everything to be just fucking so, you know, and you know, just started making content, and it, you know, it didn't grow very fast, very quick, you know what I mean? But I put a lot of time in, you know, networking and, you know, going in on other people's channels and watching their live streams and watching their videos and liking and commenting and all that shit, you know, all the good stuff that you want to do to help people out, and, you know, and to start learning things, you know. I mean, I wasn't very versed, you know, in cigars. So I just, you know, and when I get into a hobby, I'm balls deep, you know what I mean? I don't fuck around. I want to know everything that there is to know about it. I want to be well educated. I want to be able to carry on intelligent conversations with people that are doing that kind of shit. And I want to know my shit. So I really started studying up and started reading, like, you know, I subscribed to Cigar Aficionado, and, you know, just started watching a bunch of stuff, and started going to a lot of cigar lounges and humidors, and talking to owners and talking to people that work there, and just striking up conversations with people that are in the store, and, you know, what's that you're smoking? You know, what is, you know, and, you know, get some information from people that are actually buying the fucking cigars and seeing, you know, what it is and what they like, you know. So, you know, just kind of progress through that. And, you know, so I'm celebrating my 1 year, and I'm also celebrating 29 days of sobriety today. That's fucking huge for the old Fogie, let me tell you. I've been a heavy, hardcore drinker my whole fucking life, and I haven't gone damn near a month without drinking anything for years. I mean, years, you know. So I feel good. I'm glad. I'm good about it. I don't miss it. I don't crave it. You know, I've got plenty of good alternatives, you know. In fact, brought me my good old thermos. I've had this for freaking decades, man. And I just got me some good old black Liana Italian Arabica in here. And just take some shots of that and keep myself warm tonight. Have something good to pair with my stuff. Why don't you hear me wonder? God, that's good. So, coffee is a fuck ton cheaper than alcohol. In some instances, I don't know. I've bought some bags of beans that were pretty damn crazy, you know. Oh, Midnight Highway. Thank you, Donuts. Yeah, it's it needed to happen. You know what I mean? Number one, I'm too fucking old to be drinking. Number two, type 2 diabetic, and I got all the sugar shit, and with that bariatric surgery, and how liquor hits me so fucking hard so quick, I don't have any business drinking anymore, and it was just fucking a lot of shit up for me. And I realized that it was time to stop. My wife was fucking pissed at me. My son was pissed at me. I was fucking not taking work very seriously, and since I've quit, I've been fucking rocking it at fucking work, In fact, I just got paid today, had 32 fucking hours of overtime on my 2-week check today. So it was pretty fucking nice. Paid for a lot of this shit, paid for a lot of it. And hey, Bobby, what is going on, man? Glad to see you. So I want to say, with that being said, last week, a week before that, I worked 72 hours. And then the week after that, I worked 66 hours. And this week, I took off at noon today, and I still worked like 57 hours. So I've been working my ass off. And I got some cigars coming out to y'all, and I haven't shipped them out. Ain't gotta do shit weekend. Ain't gotta do shit on the house. Ain't gotta do anything. I'm gonna shoot a couple videos. I'm gonna shoot an EP Carrillo video for that purple. I'm gonna do an unboxing on that. And then I got a new travel humidor that I want to do an unboxing on. It's like the fucking Rolls Royce of humidors, and I'm just fucking like, fuck it. I got all this overtime coming. I'm buying me some cigar shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Diet decaffeinated iced tea, Turkey Hill brand. Got some whiskey, Buffalo Trace. Right on. That Sazerac, that's the rye, correct? Yeah. I mean, you have to be. You know what I mean? You're a fucking American. You want to live the American lifestyle. You gotta fucking work your ass off. That's the only way you're gonna get anywhere. That's the only way that you're gonna have, the opportunities and the ability to fucking buy the shit that you want and buy premium cigars and buy all the shit that goes along with it. And and I'm a coffee snob. I buy expensive fucking coffee. I buy expensive fucking cigars. It just, and I don't want to just pay bills and get by. I want to eat good. I want to feed my family good. I want to be able to like make decisions. I want to get on Amazon and just fucking order some fucking shit whenever I want to. You know what I mean? Rather than going, let's see, well, I could put that bill off till next month. And then I'll maybe get caught up or whatever, or fucking, God damn it, I don't have any money, but fuck it, I got overdraft protection. You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy me that shit. And then you start digging yourself into a fucking hole, you know? Fuck all that, you know? Just work hard, make some money for all the shit that you fucking, that you want, man. Tell me, river, okay, so it is the rye. Thank you, Guns. I thought it was. I've never had it. I mean, is it good, you know, comparatively to other ryes? Yeah, you got to enjoy life, man. Our lives are too fucking stressful as it is. You know what I mean? Paying way too much money for shit. We're doing fucked up shit. You know what I mean? We're barely getting by. You know, we got all this fucked up shit going on over in Iran right now, and you fucking seen it. Goddamn gasoline fucking climbing the fuck back up again and again and again. You know, and they invade that fucking country and fucking take all that shit. You watch the fucking price of oil. We're gonna be paying fucking $5-6 a fucking gallon. You know. And ain't nobody gonna be going nowhere and doing shit, you know? You're gonna be putting half your fucking paycheck in your goddamn Buick. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Work hard, party hard. Well, I'm trying to work hard, party hard, and save hard, you know? I'm getting to the age now where I've dipped into my savings quite a bit. And it's just like, man, I can't fucking do this shit no more. You know what I mean? I've got to fucking start building that back up. I got to look to my future, you know. Social Security is not going to be one of those deals where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to make it just fine on Social Security. Fuck, no, I won't, you know. We just filed for my wife's, she's turning 62 next month, and we went ahead and said, fuck it, let's just go ahead and get that fucking money, because you do the math on it, it's like, yeah, if you file at 62 instead of like 67 or whatever the fuck they want you to do, well, yeah, you're getting less money, but you're also getting paid money for, you know, 5 fucking years, you know, and say you start making the higher money at 67, it takes you longer than fucking 5 years to make up the fucking difference of what you made in that 5 years if you filed when you're 62. You follow me? So fuck it. I'm getting it early. I'm gonna fucking retire early, and you know, it just, you know, fuck it. give me that money. I mean, who knows? You know, who knows how long we're gonna be here? You know, I might get run over by a fucking cigar truck. You know what I mean? So fuck it, you know. Yeah, it is, you know, and I don't worry about yesterday either. You know what I mean? I lived a lot of my life looking backwards with regrets and shit like that, and I ain't doing that shit no more. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm gonna probably, it just depends. If I'm still loving my job that I have now, and I'm still making the kind of money that I'm making with them, and I don't have to stick a fucking pistol in my mouth to make myself go to work every morning, you know, yeah, I'm gonna keep on fucking working, because I'll still make way fucking more than I would with the Social Security and a part-time job. You know what I mean? And as long as I'm physically able and my body ain't fucking breaking down on me and shit, yeah, I'll wait for a while, I think, you know. But Brenda's got to take care of her fucking sister all the time, and she's got a part-time job anyway, and so it was like, you know, baby, the time that you have to fucking spend taking care of Libby, you know, you can't work full-time, you know what I mean? So you might as well go ahead and file now, and let's get that money, you know, let's take that money that you get from Social Security and let's start sticking it into fucking retirement, you know, at least most of it, you know. And she'll probably she's into like Scentsy candles and house decor and shit like that. I'm, like I am with my cigars. So, it's her money. She can do whatever fuck she wants to with it. But 49 next month. Oh, nice. So you've been socking shit away then this whole time, right? Well, that's good. That's smart. My son's that way. He works for Costco. Fuck, he makes more money than I do. And he started banking money, putting like 50% of his checks in his fucking 401k. So he was living with us, and he fucking really fucking smart financially, plays the credit card game. I told you a story about him buying that car for his mother. And he did that simply to build his credit up and shit. His goddamn FICO score's almost 800. And he's going to retire young. He wants to retire at 50, and I don't fucking blame him. The only regrets are the times I choose the high road and didn't slug the didn't slug the old a-holes, huh? Motherfuckers. Oh, no shit. Yeah, we got some neighbors like that too, man. They're always fucking shooting off fireworks and shit. I think the dude down the road, I think he's actually got his fucking license and shit, so he can fucking sell whatever, he buys them big ass fucking mortars and shit. I mean, it's like the shit that the fucking city would have or some shit like that. He puts on big fucking shows. And I don't, I used to spend, $600, $700, $800 a year when Brandon was younger so he could blow shit up. I mean, that's the American way, And I may buy some just because it's going to be the 250th fucking celebration of our country. That's another thing to celebrate, man. Look at how goddamn far this country has come in 250 years. I mean, it's insane. You know what I mean? From motherfuckers washing up on the shore in some old rickety ass wood boat to goddamn robots running marathons and shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. Crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be epic. Everybody's looking forward to it. I hope that maybe it'll fucking bring people back together a little bit and shit. We're just so fucking divided and just so fucking, you know what I mean? It's just fucking sick, and so that's gonna bring me into my next segment here. Things that piss me off. Well, just like today, get ready to come down here, live out in Blue Springs. The place where I'm at now is just midtown. It's south of downtown. And, you'll get to see it here in a little bit, shit. But, it just, the highway, they had an interstate shut down, and diverting through town. I mean, it took me over an hour to get here. You know what I mean? When normally it'd take me like 18 minutes, You can just jump on I-70 and smoke it here. And nobody told anybody about that shit. I didn't see it on the news. I didn't, you know what I mean? It was just like, how can you shut all that shit down and not tell people what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? That shit just pisses me off, And You know, other things that piss me off is, you know, I'm dealing with a lot of contractors and doing a lot of business and trying to take care of shit for my company. And I got these fucking people calling me on the weekend and shit, wanting to do business. You know what I mean? Motherfucker, I ain't at work. You know what I mean? Why in the fuck are you calling me when I'm at home and talking to me about a tile job or some shit? You know what I mean? Do you not have a life? Are you that fucking hungry for money? Do you need money that fucking bad? I mean, what the fuck? You know? And that kind of shit fucking pisses me off, you know? Definitely going to burn some of my hard-earned cash on fire. Yeah, you know, I mean, you might as well, you know, you're gonna burn it up on fucking something. You know, we're burning up hard-earned cash on this shit, you know? How many fucking $20 cigars have you fucking, you know, burnt the fucking shit out of it, you know? But, oh, sweet, sweet heaven. Yeah. CB radio. Yeah. Man, I used to, you know, Dad had CBs and shit, you know, and, you know, they used to have the handles and all that shit, you know, like, you know, Smokey and Snowman and all that shit. And, you know, my dad was in the photo industry and his handle was Flash Bulb. That was his handle. And so anyway, he used to have a CB in his van, and we could go in and we could plug that thing in, and we would get on there. And dude, I was like, I don't know, probably fucking like 5 or 6 years old. You know, we'd get on there, we'd go in the van and we'd plug it in a cigarette lighter and shit, and turn the fucking CB on and start talking, and, you know, hopefully somebody would come back, and then, you know, we'd start fucking cussing at them and shit, you know, like, shut up, shithead, or something like that, you know, and just, you know, just fucking with people, you know, and had a lot of fun with some CBs when I was little. Yeah, you know, yeah, the highway thing fucking pissed me off. I'll tell you something else that pisses me off too. Motherfuckers that be blocking intersections and shit, you know. Stay the fuck back behind the fucking line if you can't fucking get in there. If that light ain't green, then keep your fucking ass back. You know what I mean? I can't, this happened to me today twice. I'm at a fucking left turn trying to go, and I can't go because some dickhead's fucking sitting there blocking the goddamn fucking traffic after the light goes. You know? What the fuck? Does nobody have any fucking common courtesy anymore for fucking people? Are you in that big of a fucking hurry? You know what I mean? That you gotta fucking block off other goddamn people from going where the fuck they need to go? Oh man, I can't stand that shit. That fucking just makes me sick, you know? Something else that really pisses me off too, and we've kind of become, hey, Vigilante, welcome. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. This is fucking awesome. I'm loving this. I'm gonna do a lot of this, and even when I travel, man, I'm gonna go to places and do my live streams remote. This is a lot of fun. This is a great, you know, look at that fucking background, you know what I mean? Who the fuck is doing this shit? Nobody but Fogie, you know what I mean? I've always been the innovator. I'm always doing my shit, and I'm always fucking making content that you guys can fucking enjoy, and it's something new and fresh. So thank you. I appreciate that, you know? Yeah, laughing and cussing on the CB and shit, you know, just cracking up, and then, you know, some of them be like, well, we got a tracker. We're going to find you. We're going to find you, kid, you know, and just getting fucking pissed off, you know. And thank you. Yeah, this is an iconic building, man. In fact, like when the Royals won the fucking the World Series and shit, there was 1 million goddamn people down here. that lot right across the street is where the motherfuckers shot them goddamn people when they fucking had the Chiefs, like their third Super Bowl party down here. When they had that fucking shooting, it was right fucking there in the parking lot, you know? It's not typical for this area, you know what I mean? I'm not like tripping on being down here at night right now or nothing, you know what I mean? I'm in a public fucking park, and yeah, there's a few people walking around and shit, but you know, I'm not packing, but you know, I got my razor, you know. But yeah. So anyway, we've become this fucking society, and this pisses me the fuck off. In fact, let me get a fucking let me get a little bit more coffee here. Starting to get a little chilly, but I'm loving it, man. Fucking fresh air and outside, and you know, I smoke in the Death Star a lot, so I'm always inside. You know what I mean? It gets a little stuffy. It's nice to be smoking outside, and it's warm and ain't fucking with shit, you know. But yeah, I probably should be packing, but dude, here's the deal with that, man. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna fucking die. You know what I'm saying? And God, you know, will predetermine that, and I pray about it, and it's in His hands. You know what I'm saying? You shoot a motherfucker, I don't care what the fucking situation is. I don't care what it is. You just stepped your ass off into probably a 2 or 3 year fucking legal battle. Number one, the cops, you're already a fucking criminal, whether you're justified or not. You know what I mean? They're going to treat you as such. So you're going to have to fucking lawyer up. You know, you're going to have to prove your innocence. You know what I mean? And to be quite frank, I don't know that I could fucking kill anybody. You know what I mean? When it really comes, I mean, I've shot animals and shit. That's a different fucking thing. I don't think I could live with myself if I killed a human being. You know what I mean? So for those reasons, you know, I used to carry. I mean, I've got my fucking, you know, I've got my fucking concealed carry. That's good in just about every damn state there is. And I used to carry all the time, but I just kind of got to the point where I just, you know, fuck it. I don't want the hassle. I don't want the fucking legal bills. I don't want to have to maybe go to jail for manslaughter or some shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, you make a fucking rash decision with a gun in the middle of fucking a hectic fucking moment. All it takes is one little fucking mistake, and your ass is going to fucking jail. You know what I mean? You're in trouble. You know what I mean? And depending on where you're at, what if you're traveling and the fucking laws are different than what you're fucking used to in your state or your county or whatever the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's kind of what that is. But to get back to what I was talking about earlier, the thing that pisses me off the most these days is I'm sick and fucking tired of everybody reaching out for a goddamn pat on the back that they did a good job. All these fucking surveys and all this, you know, will you give us a rating, and will you fucking, you know, how'd we do, and, you know, all these texts and fucking emails and fucking phone calls and every goddamn customer service fucking interaction that you have. Would you like to take a survey after the day? Fuck no, I don't want to take no fucking survey. I ain't got time for that shit, man. Especially when you and 165,000 other motherfuckers done already asked me for that shit this month. You know what I mean? Let me tell you what. I'll tell you if you're not doing a fucking good job, and how about we fucking leave it at that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck. You know, why does everybody got to have all these fucking pats on the back? You know, even cashiers at fucking Lowe's or Home Depot or what the fuck ever. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, take this survey and, you know, you can have a 67-cent fucking tchotchke. Well, I don't need that shit. You know, the tchotchke ain't worth the 8 fucking minutes that it fucking takes me to fill out that fucking survey, and I don't give 2 fucks anyhow. You know what I'm saying? So that pisses me off. I'm tired of that. And it just loads up my fucking emails. It just fucking, you know, quit doing that shit. You know what I mean? I'm fucking over that shit. Don't get caught up here. I used to carry as well, but I feel like, yeah, you know, it's a moral dilemma. You know, it's fucking, you know, it's a legal, you know, crises if you really look at it. You know what I mean? You're setting yourself up to fucking have to lawyer the fuck up, and who's got the fucking money for that? You know what I mean? That really cuts into my fucking cigar budget, yo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, and the self-checkout shit. You know what I mean? Very good point, Donuts. You know what I mean? But let me tell you what pisses me off about that. Okay, I'm going to self-checkout. And Walmart is the fucking worst about this. The fucking worst. I'm going to self-checkout. And then I got the fucking Gestapo on the way out wanting to look at my fucking receipts and look at my shit and make sure I'm not pilfering some motherfucking Walmart trash. And it's like, well, motherfucker, you know, if you don't trust me enough to do the goddamn cashier job, then put a motherfucking human being in there. And then I don't have to fucking worry about you fucking, you know, patting me down, you know, for a goddamn bottle of shampoo or some shit. You know what I mean? That shit pisses me off. You know, it's like, I'm doing your goddamn job for you, and then automatically I'm a fucking thief because I went to the you know, that is some fucking bullshit, you know? So you're saying like 50 grand, like it would 50 grand in like in legal fees? Is that what you're saying? Minimum 50,000. I don't know. And yeah, goddamn, you know, and you're fucking with me, and then, you know, here's motherfuckers that just grabbed a fucking shop back and ran out the fucking door with it, and you don't even go chase them. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, the security at fucking Walmart is not allowed to fucking detain people unless they are off-duty or on-duty police officers. You know what I mean? They can't fucking detain you and shit. You know what I mean? So they just let motherfuckers run out the door with a goddamn Makita or what the fuck ever, you know, and I'm buying, you know, a loaf of bread and some fucking denture fucking cream and some whatever the fuck. But you're gonna come at me, and you're gonna want to look through my shit and make sure that there's not an extra pound of butter in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, man. Yeah, so I do. I've got Walmart Plus, you know, and I'm trying to get my wife to be a little more up on using that. My wife's not super tech savvy, so it's kind of like I'm like, baby, and she hates going to Walmart. You know, she bitches about going to fucking Walmart, and then but she won't order the shit. I'm like, just get the fuck on the app, and it's got my fucking debit card on there anyway. You ain't got to buy the shit. Just tell them what you want and let them bring it to you. You know what I mean? I don't want to go in there and be, you know, fucking around with all the goddamn people with the fucking purple hair and the shit stains on their fucking pajama pants. You know what I mean? I have no wish to do that, you know, when I can just open up my fucking front door and I'm in my robe and my fucking moccasins and I can grab my shit and there it is, you know? So that's, you know, that's a good thing, I think, you know? You know, I like the delivery shit, and I love Amazon. And, you know, I remember, you know, when I graduated high school back in the 80s, you know, I graduated in 87, and people were saying, we're going to become a society where everybody's online and you just like order stuff and it just shows up. And we were like, man, you're full of shit. There's no fucking way. You know what I mean? And look at Amazon and look at all these companies now. And in fact, for work, my partner, Bill, he's the same way. He's not tech savvy. A phone is just a phone and nothing else. I mean, he's lucky to text fucking, 911 and shit. You know what I mean? And for some help. But, he's always wanting to go run and get all this heavy shit and fucking throw it in the back of our trucks and put it on the cart, take it out, put it in the truck, get it out of the truck, take it in the fucking house. And I'm like, it'll be here later on today and they'll put it where the fuck I tell them to put it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a great fucking thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, people in their PJs, hey, I'm all good with some people, being comfy or whatever, but put some goddamn clothes on, you know what I mean? Because here's the other thing. Most of the people that are wearing PJs out and around, they probably ain't washed their fucking ass in like 3 or 4 fucking days and they're fucking stink as fuck. You know what I mean? And how many times you been in Walmart with, some poopy pants motherfucker trying to fucking cut in front of you and shit to get some fucking Cinnabon coffee creamer or some shit, Oh my God. Yeah, and then, like the purple hair motherfuckers. Hey, good for you. It's all good. Do what you want to fucking do. I'd rather just have no hair than have some fucking purple hair and shit, What is the benefit to that? What exactly does that do for you? You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking get it. You know what I mean? It's just a cry for attention, Oh, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You know what I mean? That's kind of what, yeah, exactly, dude. It's a fucking cry for fucking attention. And, half the time they're butt ass ugly any fucking way. And it's like, maybe that's the only way they can get anybody to even acknowledge that they exist on this planet. I don't know. Maybe that's the deal. I'd rather you have normal hair and just come up and fucking say hello or wave or something like that. Strike up a random conversation with a person, let them know that you're there or what the fuck ever, People who are here where I'm from wear PJs to court. Oh my God, are you fucking serious, dude? Wow. Yeah. What's the matter, numbnuts? Did your mommy not give you enough attention? Pile? Oh, that's a great fucking movie, wasn't it? That fucking drill sergeant turned that motherfucker into a goddamn psychopath. But, I don't know. We just, you could rant about shit all fucking day long. You know what I mean? There's just so many things that piss me off. You know what I mean? I grew up in an era where, a man holds the door open for a woman. You know what I mean? And I've noticed 2 things. Used to be, you held it open for them. They come through the door. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, miss, or you're welcome, ma'am. You did it out of respect, And now I've noticed 2 things. You hold the door open for you, and they don't say fucking nothing. They don't say thank you or shit. Or they just grab the door out of your hand and I got it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a man to fucking open the door for me. you know, which, hey, you know, I'm just trying to fucking be courteous here. You know what I mean? Don't fucking flick my ball sack because I'm trying to be a gentleman. You know what I mean? That shit pisses me the fuck off. You know, the ingratitude, you know, for an act of kindness, you know. Yeah, people don't give two shits anymore. You know what I mean? There's no courtesy. There's no, you know what I mean? With most people, you know, when I go out in the world and shit, I don't know a fucking stranger. You know what I mean? I'll talk to anybody. I'll see a situation and I'll try to crack a joke with them. You know, I'll try to make them smile. I'll try to make their day. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of shit that I like to do, you know? God dang, dude. Carrillo Purple. This is such a good cigar, you know? And it's got these notes I'm picking up, so check it out. Because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It tastes like smoke, and it fucking tastes like tobacco, man. Fucking amazing. You know, not only tobacco, but good tobacco. I'm picking up a good tobacco note on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Hey, Manny. Welcome, brother. Hey, I was just telling everybody earlier, I got your shit that I need to get sent out this weekend. I was going to send it out earlier this week, dude, but I've been working like 60, 70 plus hours for the last 3 fucking weeks. And, you know, I ain't had time to wash my fucking pajamas. You know what I mean? So, brother, I got your shit. I'm going to get it boxed up and get it out to you this week. So, appreciate you coming. And, yeah, those are the best notes. Good creamy smoke and good tasty tobacco, you know? It don't need to taste like, you know, Venezuelan apricots, you know? I mean, you know, let's throw that in there too, you know? Oh, some fucking Venezuelan apricot and some, you know, chicory. You know, what the fuck? That's another thing that pisses me off. And we've had this conversation, you know? So that is what it is, man. Is there any cigars that you guys have tried for the first time lately that you really liked? I mean, something that you maybe didn't want to try it, but somebody gave you one or whatever, you know, and the gift of a good cigar is great. Just like, you know, my buddy, Mr. Cash, when I went down there to meet up with him, gave me a nice Ashton VSG. Great cigar. Had a good time. In fact, I saved about this much of it. And when I was halfway home, I was just like, fuck it. I'm lighting this bitch up and I'm gonna fucking smoke it. And I was wanting to get home and I was coming up 13 from Springfield back to Kansas City. And man, I was coming across Deepwater Bridge down at Truman Lake, and you can see the lake all around. And this dude comes screaming by me in this black regular cab F-150 with a camper shell on it, and he was doing about 90. And I'm like, oh, I got me a blocker, because I didn't have my radar detector in my work truck. So I fucking tuck in behind this motherfucker. I catch up to him. And we did 90, 92, 93 from Clinton, Missouri, all the way to fucking Harrisonville, which is probably normally about an hour and a half drive. And we made it in like 37 minutes. You know what I mean? It was crazy. So he got my ass home early, and I was thankful to have a blocker, because I was like, they're going to pull his ass over before they pull my ass over, you know? But, anyway. Yeah, when you deeply think about it, I mean, you can sometimes. You can taste chocolate, or you can taste caramel, or you can taste a sweetness. And it's all subjective. I mean, what tastes like strawberries to me might taste like snozberries to you. You know what I mean? It's all a little bit different. That's why I really don't try to get wrapped up into that shit. It's either a good cigar or it's not. Well, man, come on with it, Donuts. Seriously, man. Fucking send me a fucking email, at oldfogiesstogies@gmail. Let me know you're coming. And, brother, I'll take you around the city. I'll show you around. I'll fucking introduce you to some great fucking barbecue. Just come on with it, man. And then if you got time, come on over to the Death Star and fucking smoke a stick with me, or 5. It would be absolutely fucking great, man. See, in the final third of my first Olmec. Yeah, Olmec's a good cigar. I've had quite a few of them. It's a good cigar, not very complex, and very little transition, but it's been consistent and good from the start. Yeah, and and it's well constructed. It usually has a pretty good burn line, and it smokes, and a good thing about a good cigar is, when I can sit it down for 8-10 fucking minutes and pick it back up and it's still going, when you don't have to relight all the time, that's when you know that you got a real good one, for sure. But yeah, you get your ass up here, man, and I'll show you around, and I'll take you to some spots where you can pick up some fucking amazing sticks, that you'll be able to see out in the wild, rather than just having to order it online is the only fucking way you can get it. Because we got a great fucking cigar culture and cigar community in this city, my friends. Let me tell you, I have just, like I said, Cassie's always hooking me up with some dynamite shit. And, I am just, I'm just bewildered, by the stuff that I see out in the wild all of the time, But, yeah, you're welcome to come, and just let me know you're coming. Give me a little bit of heads up. And fuck, you want some real good barbecue and some fucking cigars, just come over to my house. I'll fucking smoke us a brisket. I'll make us some ribs. Cook up some of my grandma's fucking baked mac and cheese and some fucking beans. And let me tell you about my beans. They're their own fucking food group. You know what I mean? And they got fuck tons of meat in them. I put like rib meat and a little bit of brisket and just all kinds of shit in my beans. So they're always really, really good. But you're more than welcome to come and hang out with me. That would be a treat for me. And we could shoot an episode. You know what I mean? We'll shoot an episode, sit down, smoke one together, talk about the 36 fucking notes that, we think we're tasting on them, and fuck, we'll probably go viral. For sure. Okay, so your training's in Jeff City. Well, that's not too far. I mean, hell, I could make a day trip and come down and meet you down there, or you could, you get an evening off or something. Jeff City's, hell, it's probably fucking 2.5 hours from where I'm at, man, for sure. But yeah, so it's just it's a great city. It's a great time. Always got really, really good cigars, that you can pick up from a lot of the local places and shit. But I'm really looking forward to smoking that Definition 5th anniversary. I I got a 4-pack of those, and I love Definition cigars. They're, you know, a Neo was one of my top 3 this last year, and I've smoked the shit out of them. They're really, really good. You cannot reap what you never did sow. But moving forward, I think what I want to do is, you know, I got like over 450 cigars in my humidors now. And I think what I want to do is just start going back through some of the shit that I bought that's, you know, got over a year of age on it, and revisit some of those and share some of that with you as far as whether, you know, it's good or it's better or it's the same or whatever, you know, because it's like, how many times you like, oh, I'm gonna save a fucking stogie for 6 months or a year and smoke it, and it tastes the fucking same as it did as the one that you fucking smoked the day you bought them, you know. Now, some cigars do, especially I think more full body cigars. I think more full body cigars, they do need a little bit of age on them, especially if they're real pepper forward. You know what I mean? I'm not a huge pepper spice guy. You know what I mean? I don't fucking. I don't like it on a French exhale, man. I like to be able to, you know, pick up that little bit of extra sensory flavor, you know, by doing that. And when they're real peppery and it just burns the shit out of your nose, it just fucking ruins it for you, you know. Wearing your Kenneth Walker jersey. Let's see here. Next time, the Seattle. Yeah, man. Dude, the tailgating at Arrowhead is the fucking best in the NFL, man. I'm telling you right now. It's just a giant fucking smoke pit, and people are cooking all kinds of fucking food. I mean, you know, fucking Jamaican and Cajun, and motherfuckers will be boiling shit. Motherfuckers will be deep frying turkeys. Just you name it. It's a sensory overload, you know. And there's so much good food, and you just kind of walk around, start talking to people, and motherfuckers love to share their food, you know, because they're like, you know, they are really good cooks, and they hey, try this, man. What do you think? And you're like, fuck. You know, hell, you walk 100 fucking yards and you can't even hardly fucking walk. You got so much food in your stomach. You know what I mean? It's really incredible, you know? Right on. I still got my old Derek Thomas jersey that I like to put on every once in a while in commemoration of losing him. He was one of the best Chiefs. He was one of the greatest football players, you know, just so generous and just did so many things for the city, did so many things for the children in this city. And that was a tough loss. You know, when we lost him, he was driving up to the airport and hit a slick patch in the road and boom, gone, you know, just like that. You cannot reap what you never did sow. Punch Lancero, right on. I haven't smoked much of the Punch brand, so I'm not very familiar with it, but you know, and I do love a Lancero. I've got quite a few of them, and I like smoking those quite a bit. That's a good Vitola, and that's one of those good ones where they'll go out on you real quick. You know what I mean? You can fucking set them down and come back to them, and you can make a Lancero last for 3 or 4 fucking hours while you're like busy doing shit. You know what I mean? Pick it back up and it lights up real quick, and you can really get quite a bit of flavor out of them, you know, and they're so damn long that the transition, you know, throughout the cigar really has noticeable changes to it. Yeah, I don't like minerally tasting shit, you know. If it's got like a tang or a wang to it, it's just like, ooh, you know, what the fuck is this all about? You know what I mean? I can't do that shit, you know. It just kind of fucking crazy.
fall back apart.
That'll be your first one. Right on. Well, I hope you enjoy it. You know, I hope it's good. Oh, there they go. Motherfuckers blocking the intersection down here. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's the Popo. Oh, fucking, they probably got fucking fresh batch donuts down at Lamar's All Night Donuts.
When our good intentions only got in the way.
Oh, shit, gang. Well, I'm almost done with this stick. And so I want to kind of share something else with you that's going to be special about these lives. So I invested in a wireless transmitter. So instead of just being sitting here all the time, let me get my phone out so I can keep along with you with the chat and stuff. All right, hang on a second here. So, with the wireless setup, of course, I don't have a light on right now, but so I can go mobile, y'all. I can walk around. I can pull my phone out. I can still see you guys in the chat. So, see, this is Union Station. You know, there's the fountain and, you know, the big ass pool. And see how the building's all lit up and stuff, you know. And there's the old, can't see it very good. Let me see if I can switch to, hold on a second. Let me see if I can switch over to, there we go. So see, this is the memorial here. And this is the lower side of it. You know, it's a big, tall ass fucking monument. And, you know, it's got like, you know, homage to, you know, great war heroes. You know, they're built into this wall, these little bronze statues and things and shit, you know. And I know it's kind of hard to see this. It says, in dedication of this memorial, let us pledge our lives to God and country. May the devotion of those who answered the call of duty in the supreme crisis of war prove an abiding inspiration to loyalty and high endeavor. Pretty cool. Yeah, but, so yeah, it's pretty sweet. Did I go dead there for a minute or no? This thing's supposed to have like fucking 500 meter fucking range and shit, man. Yeah, I fucking did I tank out and go black on you?
Maybe nothing nowhere ever was that
can't tell.
Okay.
But yeah,
In this house
it's
cards.
gonna be a pretty sweet deal. I'm gonna be able to, you know, freaking, you know, go in some humidors and talk with some fucking people and, you know, do some cool shit like that. And so I'm really excited about having this fucking live, you know, mobile setup. Hang on. Go in some humidors and talk. I'm on delay on my phone here. I need to shut this some bitch off now. I don't need it. But anyway, thanks for checking that out with me. Let me switch my camera back over here. There we go. Everything back to looking good, and get this image back on the tripod. Oh, so let me kind of show you my fucking setup, guys. So here we go. So I've got my, let me switch this back over. I'm still kind of learning this shit, but yeah, so I'm sitting here in my chair, and I got a tripod, and I got this badass fucking laptop holder right here. So my laptop's right here, and then this is the transmitter that transmits the signal from the camera into the laptop, and then I got a little arm here that holds the camera right there, and then this is my Wi-Fi hotspot that's fucking giving me, you know, the video feeds and shit, and then I got a key light over here, and I got a fucking fill light over there, and you know, just got my chair and everything, and you know, I can just fucking look around, and you know, and then I got down here I've got a cooling fan to keep my camera cool, and then over there I've got a solar generator that's running all these lights and my laptop and all that shit. So I've got, you know, 110 power, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's you know, I just put all this shit together this week, and you know, went to get everything and got it all hooked up, and I'm fucking really pumped about it. I think it's gonna be pretty sick, especially like I said, if I get into, come on, tighten down, there we go. You know, especially if I get into, and I've got like my wireless microphone that work with my camera, and I've got this thing that's like a microphone, you know, that I can put one of those in, and then like I can just like hand somebody a microphone, and I can sit there and talk with them and have the good audio and shit, you know. So really pumped about that, and I'm gonna be able to, you know, not just talk about places, but actually take you guys with me, you know what I mean? Oh, Sweet Home Alabama. Old dude's on a bike over here, fucking rocking it out, man. Where is he? There he is. But yeah, so I got a lot of good things in store for you guys. I got, you know, some unboxing videos coming up. I've got some product reviews. I want to review my humidor that I've had for about a year now, and go over some of the things I like about it and some of the things that I don't like about it, and then just want to get out and smoke some sticks with some people, you know what I mean? Just find some people that aren't camera shy and just want to actually, you know, get out and get on camera and talk with them. And like the dude down there in Springfield that Ron and I talked to, next time I go down, I'm going to take my camera set up and all that stuff down there, and then I want to talk to him about, like, you know, how he got into the business, and, you know, what inspired him, you know, what obstacles he had to overcome to grow it, and stuff like that, you know. So I think that'll be some good content as well. Well, thank you, my brother. You know, I put a lot of thought and effort into making this, and you know, I got my lighting dialed in just perfectly. You know, I'm out here at night, you know, and you know, I got all my shit that I need. I got everything that I freaking need, you know, and yeah, and that's it. You know, I mean, I've been in cameras and lighting and all that shit my whole life, so I'm good at it. You know, and you can see me good, and this little camera is fucking amazing, man. In fact, I shoot everything with it. I shoot all my videos with it. I do everything with it. It's so clear. The color is so good, you know. And, you know, with this deal and this fucking, you know, this badass fucking hotspot that I bought, I mean, I haven't lagged out or anything once. I mean, everything's been smooth the whole time, right? I haven't been laggy. I haven't been, you know, it hadn't been shitty or anything like that. Oh, man. Now I'm going to breach of etiquette here while I'm thinking about what I want to do next. I am a cigarette smoker, so I need to get some smoke in my lungs for a minute, so forgive me for sacrilege, you know. Sorry to the grandfather of tobacco, but I gotta have a fucking smoke. But yeah, and then, you know, you guys just kind of, you know, leave some shit in the comments and stuff, and, you know, let me know some kind of shit that you want to see, you know, some places that you want to go. And here's another one that's going to be epic, because it's that time of year. So I'm about ready to start doing some heavy crappie fishing and some catfishing, and I'm going to do some fucking Fogies Gone Fishing Lives. And I'm going to take all my shit with me, and I'm going to sit on my boat, and I'm going to catch some fucking fish right in front of you while I'm smoking a stogie, and we're sitting there talking and everything. So I'm looking forward to doing some live streams from my fucking boat. And I think that'll be fun, you know, for sure. But yeah, just let me know, you know, if there's some kind of stuff, and like if you want to see some stuff. And then I kind of did a lot of this too, because, you know, I'm really excited about these fucking soccer people coming from all over the fucking world, you know what I mean? And meeting people from different cultures and talking with them. And you got to know that their mindset is way, way different than the Americans, you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of them don't like us, and, you know, I get it, you know, as a culture, as Americans, we're arrogant motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We just are. But it's just because of the level of freedom that we have that's given to us by people that inspired this museum. You know, people that laid their life down to protect the freedoms that we have, you know, to allow us to have that attitude. You know what I mean? We don't give a fuck. If you don't like our shit, don't come over here. You know what I mean? But, you know, send me that fucking Belgian chocolate or what the fuck ever. Send me that Italian coffee or that Jamaican coffee, you know. Send me those fucking good, you know, fucking Dominican puros or those fucking Nicaraguan puros, you know. Keep that shit coming, you know. Haven't had a Marlboro menthol in like 6 months. Well, I've been a fucking Marlboro Light guy for 35 fucking years, you know what I mean? And one of the gals that I work with, I was out of cigarettes one day, and I was down at one of her houses that she manages for our company, and she had some, and I bummed some off of her, and I was like, "Ooh, that's fucking good." You know, I mean, I used to smoke like Newports and like, you know, Cool for the Kings, you know, back in the day when I was younger, you know, and but man, I've been buying these lately, and I've really been enjoying them. And I don't smoke as much when I'm smoking these. It's like when I'm smoking the Marlboro Lights, I'm like drilling them motherfuckers, you know. And I can make a pack last for 3 days now, you know, where I was usually smoking damn near a pack every fucking day. I'd have maybe like 4 or 5 cigarettes to smoke on my way to work and go out and do my shit, and then I had to buy another fucking pack, you know. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's a filthy habit, you know, and I don't smoke in my cigar room. I don't smoke in my house. I just smoke outside, or I smoke in my truck, you know, and, I don't know. I like to smoke. I always have. My dad was a fucking smoker. My dad smoked fucking Merits, you know, forever and a day, you know. And, you know, I used to sneak them. And then my grandma Terry, my dad's mom, I would go down to her, you know, apartment home that Dad moved her in when they sold Grandpa's house. And used to fucking go downstairs with all her girls. And I was probably, I don't know, maybe 13. And we'd go downstairs in the common room and get on a table and we'd play Kings in the Corner, which is basically it's a card game that's like solitaire for multiple people. You know, pretty cool fucking game. And then my mom's grandmother, my great-grandmother, her name was Myrtle Van Dyke, and we called her Nanny because she always watched kids all the fucking time. And she used to smoke them motherfucking Moore 120 menthols, them skinny brown motherfuckers that are about, you know, 37 fucking inches long, you know. And she'd reach over and fucking light them up on the gas stove and sit there and smoke on them a little bit and shit. She'd give me one of them and shit. And then she liked to play cards too. And she'd be like, hey, dummy, let's play rummy, you know? So we'd play rummy and shit. And I'd sit there and smoke them fucking brown ass fucking cigarettes and shit. And, you know, so my mentors, my grandparents and my father and grandmas and shit like that, they weren't any help, you know, curtailing my fucking introduction into the world of tobacco, you know. Definitely, for sure. But haven't smoked one in several years. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, here's the thing with me. I do plan on quitting smoking cigarettes. I do. But right now, I'm focusing on not drinking. You know what I mean? And I can't do both. I can't give up all my vices all at once. You know what I mean? And I've been doing okay. I haven't like craved alcohol. I can, you know, walk by it and be like, you know, ooh, you know. I don't want that shit, you know, but, you know, I can't just jump off the deep end and go cold turkey with every fucking thing. So I'm trying to wean myself off of these and just get back to strictly smoking cigars or, you know, like some little fucking Davidoff fucking, you know, cigarillos or like some fucking, some little Monte Cristos or something, you know, and just puff on those and just, you know, have the oral fixation of smoking something like that without inhaling it. You know, but my old man, he was a heavy smoker and he fucking died of, you know, COPD, and so did my grandma, the one that used to play cards with her girls and shit. Back then they called it emphysema, you know, and then it transferred to COPD, you know, probably because they had to, you know, come up with something different to, you know, fucking sling out a whole slew of drugs, you know, to help people with that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it does a bit, you know, but it's like, you know, especially when I'm at work and I'm busy and it's like, you know, I need to, you know, like if I'm working on something complex or difficult or whatever, and I just need to take a time out, it's nice to just fucking go outside and fucking light up a cigarette and fucking, you know, take, you know, 8 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever and calm down and refocus and then go back in and complete my task, you know. And so it does all right, and I will get off of them eventually, you know. Sister used to smoke Misties. Yeah, man. Yeah, the little skinnies, and hell, they look like a straw. You know, they look like a fucking, you know, a straw that you'd get at Quick Trip or something, you know. Been dipping. Yeah, and I've seen like those little Zen packs and that kind of shit, you know. And, but my thing is with having that bariatric surgery and shit, I can't do that because if I swallow any of that shit, you know, it's not going down into a stomach full of acid. It's going right into my small intestine, and it just fucks me up, you know. And then my son got these damn things that were like, they were like coffee packets. They come in a chew pouch, and they're all these different flavored coffee pouches for like a caffeine buzz. Now those I could actually do those, and it wouldn't fuck me up. So maybe I need to invest in buying some of those, and you know, just have something to, you know, keep me from fucking smoking so many damn cigarettes, you know. Troubleshooting. Oh, working on cranes. Wow. Yeah, man. So I used to be a machinist for a hydraulic repair shop, and you know, we worked on a lot of like boom cylinders and shit, you know, and I would build like rods or, you know, machine end glands on a lathe for that kind of shit, or weld new ports on, or, you know, eyes that would get fucked up, I'd machine new eyes or whatever. And but nothing like big, you know, girder cable cranes or any of that kind of shit, you know what I mean? I went with Udovy and now Stepbound. No surgery scared me. Right on. Well, and I'm diabetic, and they had me on that Mounjaro, and I started really losing a lot more weight even after the bariatric surgery. Fuck, I got down to like 219, and fuck, man, I hadn't. Of course, I'm not that now, but I hadn't been 219 since like the 8th fucking grade, you know. But then transferring from the city where I had really good insurance to the place that I have now, where I'm just, you know, kind of self-pay, you know, because I can't afford the fucking insurance that my company provides. I couldn't take that shit because, you know, when the insurance was covering it, it only cost me like $40 a month. And then when I lost the insurance, that shit was like, it's like fucking $1,300 a month for 4 fucking shots. You know, that's another thing that pisses me off. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, you know. But I don't know, man. It's all going to come to fruition. I think you know, I'll be okay with it eventually. You guys good to stick around for another stogie? We're like 142 minutes into this thing. If I light up another one, you guys are going to hang out with me, or you want me to start kind of listening out for the night? You tell me. If you're going to stay, I'll stay. Starting to get a little chilly. I left my vest in the damn car, but it's all good. I'll hang out for a little while longer if you guys want to light up another one. But it is going to be an early morning. I got to get a couple more videos for the channel shop. I'm really looking forward to just doing a little bit more of that kind of stuff. And let's see, 360. Yeah. So I went from 407 to 235 in a year with that surgery that I had. $20 a month, good insurance for workers. Well, yeah. You just lit up another one. All right, I'll pull another one out. I think I want to try that fucking that definition number 5th anniversary Años. I think I want to try that. It looks like a really good cigar. You know, nice box press, I don't have a light. I need to get a light that I can like hold up or something. Here, let's do this. I want to show this to you. It's a pretty cigar. There we go. So yeah, it's got a really nice band on it, and you know, it's a really flat fucking box press. I mean, it's like fucking smasher, but haven't had one yet. So let's see how this sumbitch tastes. It should be pretty fucking good, I think. And I'm out in public, so I'm making sure to curtail all my trash, because I don't fucking litter. Let's do a V-cut on this sumbitch. I usually like a good V-cut on a box press. Man, good fucking V. This Calibri cutter that I got, this dual cutter, god damn, I love this thing. It doesn't smash my shit. Everything's all fucking good, you know. Fucking love it. And a little windy. I'm gonna get my little torch out here. Yeah, sometimes when you're outside, you just can't fucking can't do the old soft flame. Although I have really enjoyed lighting my cigars more with that double flame Calibri, man. It just doesn't get quite the char on the end of it, you know. Toast it up a little bit. See how this baby tastes. Yeah, well, it was that surgery, you know. I mean, you know, number one, I couldn't fucking eat for months because you know, I was on a liquid diet and then like fucking pudding diet or whatever the fuck. Drink a lot of protein shakes and that kind of shit, you know. And yeah, it did the trick, and it helped me get off of insulin for damn sure. After I light up, I always like to just take a single torch and just go around the rim and just kind of give it an initial touch up, get everything nice and fucking straight. Oh, wow. Wow. Picking up some fava beans on that, y'all. Man, that's fucking delicious. Pretty smooth on the French Exhale. Not burning me up. It's not real peppery. Pleasant fucking aroma. For sure. Alright, let's fucking change the beat. This is my brother Kevin's band right here. It's called Color Shave. Oh man, this is so fucking cool. I'm fucking loving this, man. Hey, look who showed up. What's up, my brother Ray? Everybody, Ray from Ray's Cigar Lounge. I don't know if you catch his Saturday nights, but Ray, I gotta tell you, man, I'm really fucking impressed with you with the guest list. I mean, you really put some fucking work in, getting some fucking people to come in, some big heavy hitters, and come in and join you on your live stream, man. So fucking hey, bro, good job. I'm glad things are going fucking well. You know, yeah, my brother's Kevin too. My sister's name is Megan, and but Ray, how close are you to hitting 500 subs, brother? Got to be getting pretty fucking close by now, I would think. I like your fucking camping live that you did. And I'm kind of doing that shit right now, Ray. I'm fucking mobile. I'm fucking out here in the middle of fucking a public park down by Union Station and Liberty Memorial Museum, and you know, doing a on-location mobile live stream. I'm fucking digging it. 38 people, right on. So you're close. So you got any big plans for a celebration show? That's awesome, you know. 500. You know, I remember when I started my channel, and you know, it seemed like it took fucking forever to just get 100, and then I was like, wow, man, fucking 100 people were liking my shit, you know. And then it just fucking just grew and grew and grew, you know. And you know, I'm chasing after you though, Ray. I'm fucking I'm at like 326 now, so I'm nipping at your heels. But it's all good. You know, people appreciate good content and good conversation, and you know, you definitely got that, man. You know, just sit there and rap and smoke and just be real with people, and you know, we're still working on the details. How are you going to do a 12-hour live? Wow. Well, I'll be there. Fuck, I'll come on with you. I mean, I can't stay the whole motherfucking time, but you know, you want to send me a fucking you want to send me a link and shit, you know, I'll come on the show with you for damn sure. Man, that is smooth tobacco. Just a treat. I'm glad I got some of these. I'm gonna have to try and get some more of these. I gotta see how this goes. I know Definition came out with like 3 new cigars at PCA, and I can't wait to try some of those. I mean, I really love their stuff. You know, I smoke a lot of their Noir Connecticut's, their Noir Cameroons, and I love that Aneo, you know. And that fucking cigar is a madman, you know. Got some more subs coming in. Right on, Ray. That's awesome. Yeah, Manny is a great guy to have in your corner. You know what I mean? He's, you know, 35 now, Ray. Right on. We're getting there, bro. But, yeah. Tell you a story. So we were right up the street from here, not too far, in Westport one night. We were riding around in my buddy's truck, and he had this fucking, there was a F-350, you know, fucking crew cab, long bed, dually, and he towed his dragster with it. And it was white, and he had all these fucking purple and blue funky fucking graphics and shit all over it and shit, you know. And it was me and him and a buddy. His name was Kevin Cox. And then I had another buddy of mine, Tony Gilpatrick, and me. We were all riding around this truck. and these people got in front of us and shit. And they wouldn't fucking go. They were sitting there talking to somebody, and they were backing up traffic, you know. And I fucking yelled out the window at them and shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, let's go while we're young, you know. God damn, get the fuck out of the fucking way, you know. And this guy come out, and I think he was Turkish, you know. And he fucking he come out and wanted to start some fucking shit. Well, he gets out of his fucking car and comes over, and I fucking drag his ass up over on the hill, start beating his fucking ass, and left him fucking laying there, and come back, and this dude was just walking up the fucking street, and I guess this dumb motherfucker, he left his car running. And somebody just fucking walked up the street and jumped in his fucking car and took off with it, stole his fucking car, you know? And then, like, he's all fucking saying that we stole it and that somebody that was with us fucking got in and stole his fucking car and shit. Of course, we had some fucking, you know, we had some people that was like, no, it wasn't these guys, you know. This guy was a fucking asshole, and that fucking guy set him fucking straight, you know. But it was just some bystander that come up the street. But we had to go to the police station. We had to do all this fucking shit, you know. And all because some fucking asshole, you know, fucking thought he owned the world and backing up fucking traffic and shit. Lost his goddamn car over it, you know? Fucking crazy. Yeah, if you guys can get some of these, I say do it. They're fucking great. Smoking really good. And I just got these. I got a 4-pack of them, and they're pretty affordable. I think these are probably, you know, like less than 20, you know. But yeah, really enjoying the shit. Got a bunch of power bikers, fucking Hell's Angels back behind me and shit. Check them out, boy. Oh my God, they just they're wanting to fucking pass legislation here because these people are buying these goddamn e-bikes and then they're souping them up and they're going like 60 plus fucking miles an hour, and they're like fucking wrecking into people and running over people and fucking them all up and shit, you know. And so they're trying to make it to where, you know, if your e-bike goes over like 50 miles an hour, that, you know, you gotta be motorcycle endorsed and you have to register your shit and all that, which I've seen some motherfuckers, you know, damn near wipe some people the fuck out with their bike, and or they'll like be cruising like 55 and hit a big fucking pothole and fucking just pew, fucking gone, you know what I mean? Just fucking rocks their shit, you know? Well, that's another thing that pisses me off. I don't know about your town, but man, fucking potholes every fucking where, you know what I mean? The fucking, some of the streets, now they've been working to fix up a lot of these motherfuckers because we've got this World Cup thing going on, but a lot of these suburbs and a lot of this stuff around here, goddamn streets are fucking atrocious. I mean, they are absolutely, no, it's my YouTube channel. And, so it's just, fuck, man, you know, I've had to go get my shit realigned. Brenda popped a fucking tire and shit on her car not too long ago. And they just don't fix the shit. And when they do, they just throw some hot patch on it and fucking stomp it down with their fucking feet and don't fix it fucking right. So it just washes out, you know. But it's like, you know, they just don't have the fucking money. You know what I mean? The streets have gotten so bad that they can't fucking fix it, you know? Let's see. Yeah. So I definitely got green screen rocking at the Death Star, you know. Yeah. I'm outside live. I got me a hotspot and shit. And you know, you'll have to watch, go back and watch some of the beginning of the video and get in there and, you know, check it out. I'll show off all my shit and everything. And I took the camera off and kind of walked around. So I'm wireless too. So I'm not stuck on this. I can take the camera off and I can go walking around with it and shit. Cause I got like a, you know, 1,600 foot fucking, you know, wireless setup with my camera now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man. So, I mean, I'm at the Death Star. I might as well be sitting in the fucking control room of the Death Star while I'm there, you know? And then, like, you know, out the window, I got all the fucking Sober Mesa boxes and the fucking Elvis boxes. And there's like a little Johnny Tobacconaut out there fucking floating in the space. And, you know, it's fucking cool. You know, I dig it, you know? And it you know, ain't nobody else doing that shit, you know. Nobody else is doing live remotes, you know what I mean? I'm you know, I'm a fucking innovator. I'm just trying to be original and trying to do my own fucking thing. Do shit that nobody else is fucking doing, you know. So you're in Pennsylvania? Right on. I've never been up to that part of the country before. I've been to like I've been to New York, but I haven't been northeast very much, you know. I'd like to get up through that way, and I don't know, one of these days I'd like to go visit DC at some point, you know. How cool would that be, do a fucking Friday night show in front of the fucking Lincoln Memorial or some shit, you know. Of course, I don't know how they would be with the fucking smoking up there, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, yeah, this is a public park, but I mean, there ain't nobody around here but homeless people, and fucking nobody gives a shit, you know what I mean? I'm not bothering anybody, so, but that would be cool, you know, be sitting there and old Abe Lincoln back up behind me and shit, you know, that would be pretty fucking killer. Oh man, what a week. You know, working hard for a living fucking sucks, don't it? I'm looking forward to doing some cooking this weekend. I think I'll make this fucking Wagyu barbecue meatloaf and shit. And it's fucking to die for. I got a great fucking recipe for it, and I fucking yeah, get it all fucking, you know, fucking frying the fucking meat myself, and then, you know, mix all the fucking eggs and the breadcrumbs and all that shit in there, and you know, spice it all up, mix it all up, fucking put it in a mold and freeze it, and then I'll thaw it out a little bit, and then just put that motherfucker on the smoker and smoke the shit out of it, and then fucking you know, just keep fucking spritzing it with some fucking apple cider vinegar and some apple juice, and then towards the end I've got this fucking maple molasses glazed, like a barbecue sauce that I fucking paste all over it and get that good sticky outside, and just fucking pull that bitch out and slice it up in big old thick slices. Man, I think I'm gonna definitely fucking do some fucking barbecue meatloaf this weekend. It sounds good. Oh, you're having a problem with your YouTube? Yeah, it's good, Ray. It's real fucking good. And then I make this fucking cheesy to go with it, and I fucking bacon wrap and grill some asparagus to go with it too, and then just get some good old fucking Pillsbury croissants and cook those up, and it's a good fucking meal, man. Yeah, it's delicious. it don't last long. And I really like it because the leftovers, I'll slice it a lot thinner and I'll make a fucking meatloaf sandwich and butter it up with some extra fucking glaze and put some fucking extra sharp cheddar on it and take that to work. And oh my God, it makes a great fucking meatloaf sandwich, man. The Oliva 1211 Harvest. Oh, that's what you got? Right on. Man, Oliva really does make some good stuff, y'all. You know, just they're just as solid as anybody else out there. You know what I mean? Dependable, go-to cigars that are, you know, pretty affordable, and I mean they do it well. You know, they got a lot of good smokes. In fact, when I went down to go see Mr. Cash, he offered me some cigars because I brought down the fucking Fuente Añejos and the fucking Opus Oscuros and smoked those with him. So he gave me a choice of that Ashton VSG or a Serie B Melanio. And I just smoked a couple of Melanios the week before because I do like that cigar. And but I hadn't had an Ashton VSG in a minute. And that's a damn good go-to cigar as well. You know what I mean? Oh, you had to restart your TV? Right on. Yeah, I mean, you know, a smart TV is just like a fucking phone or a computer or something else. Sometimes you just gotta fucking restart them and clear all that cache and get all that shit out of there and fucking refresh everything, you know? Fucking machines. What are you gonna do? You know? But yeah, I gotta do some meatloaf and gonna shoot some fucking videos this weekend. And I've got a fucking an H. Upman Habano that I've been hanging on to for a while, and I think I'm gonna break down and bust out one of my Cubans this weekend that I got gifted from a subscriber. His name's Toby, lives up in Chicago, and we send cigar bombs back and forth to each other all the time. And I sent him a bunch of Dunbarton shit because he had never smoked any Dunbartons. So I sent him like 10 fucking cigars, and he sent me back, dude, he sent me like 20 fucking cigars, and like 8 of them were fucking Cubans. And I mean real Cubans, you know. You could definitely tell it wasn't no bullshit. And he sent me a fucking Partagas Serie D number 4. Probably the best cigar I've ever smoked in my life. I mean, that son of a bitch was so fucking tasty and so fucking smooth. God, I'd love to get my hands on a fucking box of those, you know? Yeah, you know, it's always some kind of fucking shit. Working a special event. So Donuts, what do you do, if you don't mind my asking? What do you do for work? I mean, we all got to do something. Afford them stogies and that fucking gasoline. You know, when I was younger, I always, you know, had these aspirations, you know, and you're like in high school and shit and getting ready to graduate, and everybody's always like, well, where do you think you're going to be in 5 years, or, you know, whatever the fuck, you know? And then it turns into, well, where the fuck are you after 40 years? You know what I mean? It's like you always have these and a lot of people, God bless you, you can get into something and actually do some good with sticking to your original plan of going to college or going to trade school or doing something like that. Now it makes sense. Hence the donut slayer. Well, I was talking about the Popo a minute ago, going down to fucking Lamar's All Night Donuts and shit, because it's about time they put out a fresh batch. So, well, man, thank you for your public service, dude. You guys do not get enough love and appreciation for the fucking hard job you have. And, the fact that you're out there putting your life on the line every fucking day for a bunch of fucking people that don't fucking appreciate you. They don't appreciate your protection. You know what I mean? So hats off to you, sir. You have a very tough job, and, we thank you for being a member of our law enforcement community and, help keeping everybody in your town safe, Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't. I get it now. I don't see very good, so it's like the little fucking avatars and shit. I can't really see them very well, but now it all makes sense. Stay away from the powdered ones. Yeah. You bet. It's our pleasure. That's got to be. So have you did you do that right out of school? Did you go into the academy and get into law enforcement right away, and are you like municipal police? Are you a sheriff? Are you highway patrol? What force are you on? Oh, I'm loving me this coffee, and it's going really, really good with this frickin' stick. That's just become my go-to pairing period now. Got me a nice little table. It comes off my chair down here for my shit. And this is like a zero gravity chair, man. I can fucking kick back in it and shit. It's pretty great. You can lay all the way down this sumbitch, but I'll be fucking nappy time, and motherfucking camera will still be going till the batteries run dead. Well, I'm hoping that in this next year that the releases that I've seen that have come out from PCA are going to be available, and they're going to be affordable. I was talking with Cassie yesterday, and she was telling me about a lot of the stuff from the shows, and I asked her, I was like, hey, did you come back with some goodies, And she was like, yeah, Fogie be snoozing. Yeah. And she was like, no, man. She's like, it was so fucking weird. She's like, all of the fucking vendors were really stingy this year. You know what I mean? She's like, usually I'm coming back with a grocery bag full of shit. And she was like, most companies were like a couple, 3 sticks here. She might get a 5-pack. And, she's like, oh, they'd give you that flavored shit all fucking day long. You know what I mean? They were like the fucking like the Deadwoods and the Tatianas and the acids and shit. They were giving the fuck out of those. And she said she went by the Fuente booth, and she said Fuente gave them 1 cigar, and that was it. They didn't fucking, because they don't have to. They're selling their shit. You know what I mean? Cream-filled guy. Yeah, I like a good fucking, Boston cream-filled donut. sheriff. Okay, deputy. You know, how many motherfuckers call you officer when you're a deputy? You know, I'm sure that happens quite a bit. You know, I see a sheriff, I'm like, hey, what's going on, deputy? You know, and I'm always like, be safe out there. You know, give a little respect to the people that are fucking watching out for your ass. You know, all these crazy sumbitches running around. I will be snoozing. In fact, if it's going to be 70 tomorrow, like it is, while I got that fucking Wagyu meatloaf on the fucking Traeger, I'm going to fucking get my hammock out and I'm going to turn my fucking speakers on, some fucking smooth fucking jazz, and I'm going to fucking take me a nappy. I definitely foresee that in my future, you know. Ron, what you got going on this weekend, man? You got any big plans to do anything? I've gotten gifted more free stuff from cigar places. It's crazy. Guns ain't like, yeah, no shit. You know, and you know, that's one of the things too that I've kind of loved about, you know, becoming a content creator and stuff. And you know, I don't have any misconceptions that if I do ever get monetized, which I probably won't, you know, I have had a lot of gracious subs, you know, hook me up with some stogies and give me some good stogies, you know. And I'm always sending stuff out to people, you know, and I love to share, and I don't mind, you know, sending some stuff to some people that they can't get it or they've never tried it, and I've enjoyed the shit out of it. So it's like, hey, go ahead and try these, man. They're freaking great, you know. Well, that's good. You need to, man. Yeah, you had a busy trip and everything, man. You know, and as hard as I've been working, doing all the shit on the house and, you know, the deck shit and then the grass and the this and the that and everything that I've been doing at work, I told Brenda, I was just like, I ain't doing shit. I'm going to cook some stuff. I'm going to shoot a couple videos. And I'm going to enjoy some fucking good cigars this weekend and just fucking chill. I mean, even today, my son, he works at like 2:00. And we were looking, he needed some new tires on his fucking Toyota Celica. And so old dad went and bought his tires. Of course, he let me put my new laptop for my fucking mobile stream on his credit card until I got paid my big fat overtime check today. So I was like, well, I'll just pay for your fucking tires. And, you know, if it's more, you can just pay me the difference, you know. So I did that for him and got him all fucking hooked up and shit, you know. Sig, right on. I'm a huge gun guy. I got me some shit. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, I got to show you this one because this is my fucking baby. My fucking Barrett M107 semi-automatic 50 cal. Love that gun. That motherfucker's badass. These are my These are my garage pistols. Got these down the garage. Got a Ruger 44. Got a Taurus 45. Got a Smith M&P. Fucking, it's the, I can't remember the fucking, I can't remember. Some special deal. Got fiber optic sights and it's ported and shit. And but my favorite pistol, I see, is where you at, baby? Ah, yeah. Fucking my Delta Elite 10 millimeter, you know, and that's my Kimber right there. And then this is a SIG that I just got not too long ago. This is the 226 Elite. That's a fucking great shooting gun, you know. And of course, if you got some guns, they're just a club unless you have a fuck ton of ammo. I got a safe just full of fucking ammo, you know. Gots to have that. Here's some of my other rifles and shit, you know. This is one of my favorite little toys. This is a Banshee AR pistol with a silencer on it. And man, you put some subsonics on that, and you talk about being able to just fucking flat out take out some fucking raccoons and shit. That little motherfucker is fun, yo. I'm telling you. And I got a few other guns, but you know, I've been collecting and shooting and hunting my whole fucking life, you know. And then I worked for, you know, Lake City Army Ammunition Plant for years, and you know, they would do employee sales, and they did it like twice a year, and you could buy as much as you fucking want. And I was getting the 855 green tip 556. I was getting those, and these were seconds, so they'd get like a little case ding or something in them when they'd go through the tip painter, the tip ID, and they'd just have a little ding on them, but they shot just fucking fine and shit. And I was getting 1,000 lot boxes of that shit for $95, 95 fucking bucks. And at the time, they were going for like $300, $330 per 1,000. And man, I'd go buy like 10 grand worth of fucking ammo, and it was gone like that. But I was selling it to people for like 200 bucks. You know what I mean? I was basically just doubling my money. I was saving people like $100, 1,000 lot. And then I could get 7.62 cheap. And then I was buying 50 cal rounds, which were going for about $7 a piece, $8 a piece. I was getting fucking 50 cal rounds, just ball ammo, for $1.50 a piece, you know. So I've got a shit ton of fucking 50 cal, you know. And when you go to pick it, you paid for it when you go to pick it up, and they would only accept a check. So I had time to pick up all the ammo, go take it to everybody, get everybody's fucking cash, and then go stick it in the bank before the check went through. You know what I mean? And then basically all my fucking ammo was free. You know what I mean? And I still put a little coin in my pocket. So thank you, U.S. Army, for fucking hooking a brother up with some shit, you know? And I've got some special rounds too, man. I've got like some of that fucking M1, the fucking M1A, the fucking little tungsten fucking tip shit that they put in the saws that they like take cars out with and blow fucking holes in brick buildings and shit with. which you're not really supposed to have that shit as a civilian, but you know, a couple of them fall into your shoe accidentally before you leave work. You know, but yeah, that was a great deal, man. You know, yeah, and these were just little fucking castings, like right around the neck. You know, so it didn't fuck with anything. It didn't fuck your gun up. It didn't do anything. You know, and it just fucking was like, I was just so fortunate, you know, to be able to get that shit and to hook some people up. You know, it was like, I was glad to, you know, to fucking do it, you know. And then this is one of my ARs. This was the first gun that my son and I built together. I taught him how to do it. It's got, you know, the fucking Hogue shit. It's got a nice fucking, you know, trigger set up, and it's got a sharp fucking bolt in it. And I had it. So we got all the parts for this the first time that Trump got elected. And so I took it up and I had it laser engraved, and the name of that gun is Killery. I love this fucking gun, you know. Pretty fucking great. Pretty fucking great. It's got a muzzle brake on it, a really nice muzzle brake. I think it's an Armadillo, and that fucking thing is just, it don't fucking move. Don't fucking move. Well, fortunately, I do. My sister's got a farm, and we got a 500-yard range set up on that I can go shoot at. And then there's some clubs that have got 1,000-yard ranges that you can go shoot at around here. And so I've got a couple places I can go shoot that thing, you know. Yeah, I bet you did. For sure. But yeah, I love me some guns. Love to shoot. And you got to keep in practice, man. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's so easy to get out of practice and you lose that muscle memory and you can't hit shit when you think you could, you know. But probably my favorite gun, I've got that fucking, I've got that Ruger Red Hawk 44 Magnum. And it's a stainless, and it's a good gun, and it's just open sights. And man, I can hit a fucking 5-gallon bucket with that thing with open sights at 250 fucking yards. That motherfucker is just such a great shooting gun. I love that. I killed some fucking deer with it. You know, it's just a 44 mag is just almost a must-have as an American. You know what I mean? For sure. Well, I bet you do. You know, they don't want you fucking missing somebody and shooting a motherfucker through the window and shit at the house next door or whatever. You know, you got to be well on, and you know, if your life is fucking threatened, you want to make sure you're putting that motherfucker down. You know what I mean? If it's you or them, and you know, you're out of practice and you're not fucking shooting where you need to go, and they keep, you know, some PCP motherfucker, and they just keep coming after you. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I've got one of the Ruger lever action 44 Magnum rifles. So I've got that, and I've got the Ruger semi-automatic 9mm rifle. So that way I've got, you know, pistols and rifles that use the same rounds, you know. But that damn Ruger lever action fucking 44 mag rifle, that fucking thing kicks. It you know, you give a 44 mag, an extra, 12 or 13 inches of fucking travel, that motherfucker will just flat out stomp some shit. Yep, right in the old blood pump, put them down. I just try to shoot them in the leg or something. Yeah, I'm sure. Right on. Yeah, man, I love a 44 Magnum. It is fucking great. For sure. Man, I am just fucking enjoying the shit out of this thing. It's such a great smoke. So I tell you what, I always like to do a giveaway. So let's fucking, I'm not going to do the randomizer right now because I don't have it on my laptop yet, but everybody put hashtag We Love Guns and Cops and put that in there, and I'll go through there and I'll put that in the randomizer and I'll send somebody the winner. I will send you one of these new definition 5th anniversary 5 Anyoses and a couple of other fucking sticks. And it did, dude. I mean, it's burned perfect, It's burned really, really well, and it's been real enjoyable fucking smoke and just so fucking smooth, and just it lingered on my fucking palate, and goddamn, it's been fucking delicious. I really, really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'll do that out, and I got some other shit that I got to send out. Like Manny's got some stuff coming, and I got a couple other guys that I got to send some packages out this weekend, and I will actually have time to box all this shit up and get some labels on it and get it out. So let's do another giveaway tonight of some good cigars, and I'll get some shit out to you this weekend, and I'll stick it in the mail first thing on Monday. I've got a commercial account with the post office, so I can just tell them I got a pickup. And we got a local dairy here called Chateau Dairy, and they actually run old-timey milk trucks. Like, they have a milk delivery, and you can order, milk and cheese and butter and bacon and all kinds of shit. And I got this fucking insulated milk box that I bought from them that's out on my front porch, so I can just throw 4 or 5 boxes of cigars in that motherfucker, and then place a pickup order, and my mail lady knows to go right to the milk box and grab the shit and send it out, so I don't even have to go to the fucking post office. It's great, But yeah, I think I'm gonna order some more of these pretty pronto. I don't know how many they made or any of that kind of shit. I don't really follow that stuff. I don't really pay attention that much, like how many boxes there are or whatever. But if I find something that I like, I'll go ahead and try to snag, Yeah, old school milk box, man. And they even come up in like an old timey looking milk truck. And man, their milk is fucking delicious, and their butter, oh my God, Chateau butter is the best shit I've ever fucking had. I mean, it is absolutely fucking amazing, and I really, really dig it. But yeah, I can throw boxes of cigars in there, and then they stay out of the rain or whatever, and nobody's fucking looking in my milk box, so nobody's fucking stealing my shit. And I can't fit 5 fucking boxes of cigars in a fucking mailbox, so it works out pretty good. But anyway, I'm gonna have me one more cigarette, y'all, and I think I'm gonna call it a night, because I got to get all this gear packed up and shit, and back in all the cases, and get everything back to my fucking car, and then I gotta, 20-minute fucking drive home and get all this shit unpacked and wind down for the day. I clocked in at like 6:30 this morning. But I did take off at noon, so that was good. And I still had 50 plus hours for the week, so that was a good deal. Let's pick one more to fucking finish this off with. But I really appreciate you guys coming in and hang out with me on Friday nights. This has been so much fucking fun. I'm loving the new setup. I'm glad that you guys all love it and appreciate it. I mean, look at that background, man. I mean, it just, you know, you're in a prime fucking spot, Kansas City. And I look forward to doing a lot more of this type of content and this more type of lives. And hell, I'll probably just do some pop-up shit every once in a while. You know what I mean? So, you know, hit those notifications, and, you know, if you ain't got shit going on, I might just randomly pop up somewhere doing a live stream and, you know, hang out for 30 minutes or an hour and smoke a stogie. But it really means a lot to me, you know, that I've got a solid core of people that are coming in and hanging out with me the whole time on these shows. You guys really, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for hanging out with me. You know, it's a good time, and I'm really enjoying doing it. And just, you know, we're just having fun, and that's all I ever wanted it to be, you know. But I really think moving forward that you know, the live streaming is going to be where it's at for me. You know, I'm going to do a lot more live streams. And, you know, I'll still be putting out all my other content and all my Fogie Be traveling stuff. I love sharing cigar humidors with you guys and taking you along with me to places that I go. But now I'll be able to take you even more fucking places, because I can go anywhere the fuck I want to go and live stream with y'all, you know. So it's going to be pretty fucking badass. Well, you're welcome, brother. You are so welcome. And it's been such a pleasure to hang out with you the last couple of times that we've got together. And yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I try to make it fun and just, you know, cool shit to do on a Friday night, you know, a little virtual lounge, a little good, you know, conversation. And right on. You're welcome. You know, glad to do it, and we'll do it a lot more. You know, and now that I know that I got all my shit dialed in right off the fucking bat, you know, I mean, just look at this shit. You know, I'm out here in the fucking dark, and, you know, I've got a great fucking background, and, you know, my fucking lighting is perfect, and my audio is fucking perfect, and I got some good background music and shit, and, you know, just kind of helps with the overall experience of, you know, making motherfuckers want to come and hang out, you know. So we're doing a lot more cool stuff together, guys. And like I said, you know, get in the comments and whatever, and, you know, if there's some shit in Kansas City that you yeah, thank you, you know. And I don't script any of this shit, you know. I kind of have some topics in mind that I want to talk about, but it always kind of, you know, you guys are the source of this all, you know what I mean? You being a part of this and interacting with me and, you know, reminding me of stories and bringing up things and shit like that. It's just, it's very congruent, you know what I mean? And it's just got a great flow to it. And I'm just super, super fucking stoked, man, you know? It has, you know, and I try not to get, thank you guys. Thank you very much. I try not to get too deep into shit, but I am who I am, and I fucking say what I think, you know. And we all should be that way. I mean, that's our right as an American, you know what I mean? Is, you know, say what's on your mind and say what's important to you, you know, and share that with people. And, you know, if you don't like it, there's that little fucking X button right there. You know, you know, you don't like it, you're welcome to get the fuck out. You know, I don't give two shits. You know, the people that mean something to me are the people that are here, the people that are coming with me, and it's gonna grow. You know what I mean? People are gonna enjoy it, and you know, I'm getting some good views on my last Friday show, and you know, and I do this shit for me. You know what I mean? I do this because I enjoy it. I love the video production. I love the shit. I love the gear and the fucking toys and all the shit, you know, and just making fun stuff and just good times with people and centering it around my newest favorite fucking passion, cigars, you know. The PJs, yeah, you know. Fucking Patty Poopy Pants at Walmart. You know? Bitch, go watch them fucking things. You know? Laundry soap on aisle 13. I'll go buy it for you. Just so I don't have to smell your stank ass next time I come in here for some fucking cinnamon rolls. You know? God damn. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. Thank you so much for coming along. I had a great time. We'll be doing a lot more of this. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend. I hope you get to spend some good quality time with your families, eat some good food, smoke some good fucking cigars. And until next time, peace.
Thanks for watching the Old Fogie Stogies.